let's move on to Brexit. You wanted to negotiate a new Brexit deal with the EU and then put that to the people in another referendum. You say you'd be neutral. So why would the British people want a prime minister that doesn't have a view on what really is the greatest peacetime issue that's faced this country for 70 years?
Well, I think the country has become very divided over Brexit since 2016. That's clear. And we can't forever go on debating what happened in the referendum in 2016. People that voted Remain and are living difficult lives, universal credit, private rented, poor lives.
Why are you remaining neutral?
Can I finish, please?
I'm just asking you why you're remaining neutral.
I'm trying to explain what our policy is and put those alongside people who live in areas that may well have voted Leave in exactly the same condition. Let's not set one community against the other. And so our party, which represents people who voted both Leave and Remain, has developed a policy. The policy is that within 3 months we'll negotiate a Leave option with the EU, right, which does take us out of membership. And
I've said that, Mr. Corbyn. My question was, why
6 months,
are you remaining neutral on the greatest issue of our time?
And within 6 months, we'll put that to a referendum.
And I've said that too. Why are you remaining neutral?
And within 6 months, we'll put that to a referendum of the people of Britain, who will make that decision. The Labour government will carry out the decision of that referendum. I will be the honest broker that will make sure that the referendum is fair and make sure that the Leave deal is a credible one and the Remain option is alongside it, so that we can actually protect jobs in this country, trade relationships, and crucially protect the Good Friday Agreement, which has done such, has been so effective in Northern Ireland.
Even if you got everything that you wanted in this deal, you still wouldn't ask people to vote for it.
What I'm saying is that I think it's it would be the role of the government to say, this is the choice before you, the people of this country, and we'd also make sure that there are spending rules and so on in that referendum.
The government would remain neutral. You're the one to remain neutral.
I'd be the Prime
Most
Minister.
of your shadow cabinet is going to campaign to remain.
I would be the Prime Minister that would make sure that there was a fair debate and fair discussion and would come to a conclusion at the end of it, and I would carry out the result of that referendum.
I understand that.
In whatever way it went.
What would you do during the referendum campaign? Would you go on holiday?
No, I'd be running the government.
But you wouldn't take part in the referendum campaign.
There are many other things to run as well.
But you wouldn't take part in the referendum campaign.
I've said all along that I would adopt a position which would be enabling people to come together at the end of it.
Who would lead the campaign in favour of the Corbyn deal, if not Jeremy Corbyn?
Well, we haven't yet got the deal, although I'm very hopeful we could get one, and I'm very sure there are people who would want to leave but would hope would be recognised that this is a reasonable arrangement we've made with the EU, because, as I keep saying, we cannot undermine our economy or particularly our jobs and trade.
Who would lead it? I mean, given the kind of deal you want, I think we can agree that Nigel Farage or Boris Johnson are not going to lead the Leave campaign. Most of you shadow cabinet are going to campaign for Remain. Who would lead the Leave campaign?
Those that support it would be active in it. Those that support Remain would be active in it.
You're not going to campaign.
I'm going to put the view there that this is a credible offer and put that alongside Remain. That seems to me actually an adult and sensible way to go forward. What does the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, offer other than a sweetheart deal with the USA and all the problems that brings to our public services?
He's taken a side. You're not.
Well, all he's offering is to take a side with Donald Trump and the USA.
In this deal that you are hoping to negotiate, if you got it, would it include free movement as we have now?
There would be obviously movement of people probably related to economic and social needs. There would be a guarantee of family rights and family reunion, as indeed I proposed in 2016.
So it would be the same as now.
Finish. And also there is a huge shortage of staff in the National Health Service and other services, which can only be filled immediately from Europe as well.
So there
will be a lot of movement. Right.